What? Did a little warm-up track?
No. No.
Just straight onto it.
Yeah.
She started out with a CBT and a dream on 2 wheels. She found her self-esteem from the beginner seat to full license in hand. She's a badass biker, ready to command.
Hi, I'm Jess and I've only been riding off-road for a couple of months now.
What does it?
Yeah,
What's it doing?
mine's already down. This is me riding my Honda CRF 250L around the Bridgestone Trail at the ABR, following my partner Bo on his Vogue 300 rally. We are at the ABR and we are out on the Bridgestone Trail. This is my first time doing the Bridgestone Trail because last year I was on my 125 and I did not want to go on it. So yeah, we're here, we're enjoying life. We'll see if I fall off. Stay tuned. Sorry, what were you saying, Bo?
That's all right. So I was saying the first part is just a little bit bumpy, quite dusty, even though we had some rain last night.
Yeah, it is a bit dusty, right, on that first section. I find being quite a new rider to off-tarmac riding that it's beneficial for me to see a lane or to know kind of what's coming and what's going to happen next. Pardon? Yeah. So I'm trying to stay stood. I'm trying to be brave and not grip on for dear life. And there's people behind me and I don't want to be slowing them up. Me, sideways. Apologies in advance, there may be a few beeps. I thought that this footage might be beneficial to others that are like me, that were a little bit nervous about going out into the unknown of the Bridgestone Trail. I hope that you guys find this helpful. Some few whoop-de-whoops. Oh, I'm already breathing out my arse. Oh, there are places that you can pull over if you need to. Bye. Bowden.
Just a little bit.
This was a relief to hear as it was extremely hot this day. It was like 26, 28 degrees. So yeah, it was scorching. Well, I've managed to change gears, stood up. Go me! Yeah, I'm trying. You saying that is really not helping. Oh, I'm in the wrong gear. Just relax, Jess. Got too many people behind me. So as you can see, The first part of the trail isn't too bad at all. It was mostly grass with a few bumpy bits, a couple of ruts, but nothing overly technical. Quite easy for a beginner just to kind of get into the flow of things. Practice a little bit of standing up and just get used to being off tarmac on different terrain. I've tried to keep this footage as raw as possible. There are bits that I will speed up later just because it'll get a bit boring otherwise. I've tried to capture exactly how it was for me on my first time going around the trail. No. This next comment is my classic anxious, non-logical brain going into overdrive.
I hope it wasn't me that caused that behind me. I don't know.
This next section turns a little bit more gravelly, slightly loose under the tyres. But if you just take your time, go at a speed that you are comfortable with. Like I said before, if somebody wants to go faster, they can overtake. Just remember to ride your own ride and don't push yourself out of your own capabilities. There will always be somebody more experienced than you on the trails, but there will also be somebody less experienced than you on the trails. But just remember, there is no judgment here.
I think I'm okay for a moment. I just need to open my visor for a bit whilst the dust is down, but no, it's still too dusty. Someone's overtaken me, as expected.
As you can see, even on this loose gravel, it's still kicking up quite a bit of dust, and also because it is loose gravel, it's also kicking up a bit of that as well. So make sure you're either wearing goggles or you've got a visor that you can keep down, because trust me, your eyes will thank you for it. That was just a little back wheel skid because I'd obviously hit the back brake a bit too hard on this loose surface, but no dramas. Don't you just hate it when you stall? If you're anything like me, it always happens when there's lots of other bikers around. And for some reason I get really annoyed with myself, but it must happen to everybody, right? So this was a nice section just to take a breath, calm myself down after me getting a bit angry with myself for stalling. This is the only problem with being a beginner or a novice rider off-road, is when you've got somebody that's out with you that is more competent, you're constantly feeling guilty or bad that you're holding them up. I'm thankful that I've got such a supportive partner in Bo who would probably happily go around the trail at like 2 miles an hour and stick with me just to build up my confidence. And he's always encouraging me to push myself a little bit out of my comfort zone, which you'll see later in the video. So my recommendation is to go out with either a friend or a partner who doesn't mind taking their time and giving you pointers and encouragement along the way. Luckily, Bo is used to me moaning and grumbling by this point. He knows it comes from a place of anxiety and worry rather than me just being a miserable cow. So this section, keep left. Unless you want a puncture, go over the house bricks that look like they've been fly tipped. Otherwise, stay left. All I did was keep my head up, power on through. Yeah, just looked ahead. Almost a bit too much because I can't get fixated on Bo.
I'm back behind you, about to hit you.
Even though I had plenty of space on the left-hand side in those 2 ruts, as the rider behind me could have moved over further to the left, and that would have prevented me from rear-ending Bo. Luckily, he has quick reactions.
Get in the rut, Jess.
I'm currently riding over very similar terrain as to what I rode earlier. So it's grassy with some ruts and the ground is slightly bumpy. I do find though that when I'm riding in ruts, I don't know how to describe it, I kind of wobble from side to side, a bit like a bumper car going from like one side of the rut to the other. I'm not going to blame the tools because I think it's more so that I am stiff and I'm holding onto the bars too tightly. But I am running with trackers at the moment and they do seem to track, it says it in the name, but they seem to track all of the terrain. So I think that's just something that I need to improve on, is just loosening my grip and allowing the bike to find its own way through. I'm sure that'll come with time and practice.
This is just pure luck, this is, guys and girls. It really is. I'm absolutely sweating. I need to stop in a bit and take my helmet off. My face is like burning red.
So this is just a road crossing from one part of the trail to the other. So I'm just going to fast forward this section.
There's been an accident.
There's a bump to get onto this section. So just bring your weight forwards, head up, look forwards, and you'll be fine. Oh great, the dust is back. That is exactly what you need when you need to be able to see the trail ahead of you. Just slow down, give yourself some space.
I'm clinging on for dear life here. I've lost my confidence again.
Allow the dust to settle a little bit, and yeah, just proceed with caution. As you can see, it's very similar as to what I've already ridden on. So there shouldn't be any dramas. Just take your time, don't rush, and hopefully next year it won't be as hot and as dry as it was this year. So maybe the dust will be a bit more reduced. The camera doesn't really pick it up that well, but in this section there's quite a lot of stones that feel like marbles underneath your tyres, so it creates quite a bit of movement in the handlebars. Just something to be mindful of. What I did was looked where I wanted to go, power on through, and if I needed to brake, I used engine braking and then the slight bit on the rear brake if needed.
Oh shit. Come on. What? You okay? didn't do this one last time. This is the one where the ambulance was. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
That was a sigh of relief that that biker went round me, because I felt like I was holding him up.
The bike that's behind you is now not me. Pardon?
This section didn't feel too bad. I felt like I'd actually pick up a bit more speed. It was kind of like a slight bit of loose gravel on top of hard compacted mud. So I felt confident riding over this at a slightly higher speed than the previous section.
I'm now here.
That didn't last long, unfortunately, because the rocky ruts soon returned.
There's now 3 bikes between me and you.
Be careful when you're coming around this corner. Make sure you stay either to the left or to the right, because this marker on the floor is showing a very big hole. The camera doesn't pick it up, but it's quite a deep hole that if you landed your bike in that, you would feel it and you'd know about it. This is a nice straight bit of trail where you can just stand up, take a breath and appreciate what this trail and the ABR has to offer. Not many places where you can ride this amount of trail continuously, so take a moment to appreciate that. I've got to say the views around Ragley Hall Estate are beautiful.
Well everybody, I'm sweating. It's a bloody good workout, that's for sure. I still don't feel confident. I still feel very anxious that I'm holding everybody up and that I'm gonna hurt myself. But I think I'm doing slightly better this time than last time. But I'm not 100% sure if I'm honest. forgot, sorry. And then is that you? Can we pull over, please? Why not? No, yeah, okay.
Oh, man, I meant to put the ABS on.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot.
Right, I'm sitting down. I'm going to.
It's a big people ticket to do.
Yeah. I'm slowing everybody down again. So I wants to wait till other people have gone by.
Don't wait around, don't you?
So this was my least favourite part of the trail. I actually watched a video of another beginner motorcyclist that was riding this section of the trail on the YouTube channel, A Bike Thing, and she actually came off on this section, and I can 100% understand why. It's quite rutty and quite rocky, and the bike just kind of moves from left to right, and there's no real kind of rhyme or reason or consistency. I had to keep reminding myself to loosen my grip, because I think I probably would have ended up in the same situation as she did.
This is not fun.
So yeah, this wasn't fun. This wasn't the greatest part of this trail.
I'm letting people go past. This is embarrassing. Yeah, I'm doing under that, babe. Useless. I am.
Self-doubt is kicking in, unfortunately, here, which is understandable, because I'm finding this section of the trail particularly challenging, which makes me more tense and likely to make mistakes.
No. I can't even see you. Now I can see you. Look. in.
Go on to you.
Oh, Jesus.
Great, the dust is back.
Oh dear. All the way. All the way.
Yeah. So you go down and come there.
Whoa. Oh, I hate it.
As you go down and come to your left,
No, it's not.
Okay, so looking back on this now, I think I overreacted just a tad. Because looking back at Bo's footage of me going down this hill, I actually don't look that awful. Inside my helmet, it was a completely different thing, as you can probably tell. To get down the hill, I was stood and I was bringing my weight back slightly, just so I had a bit more traction on the back wheel. And it also makes the front end a little bit lighter, so it will kind of pop and bounce over bits.
Oh, well done, James. That was brilliant.
Which you'll see here.
And this goes a bit of a road, I think. Gravel. It's easy.
Yeah, looking back, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And it turned out I actually quite enjoyed that section, so I can understand why Bo says that this was his favourite section of the trail. On first attempt, it wasn't my favourite section, but I suppose that's just the fear of the unknown.
That was a bit of target fixation there. Oh shit, wrong gear. Wrong gear. Sorry.
So this was the first fall of the day. There is another one which I might include in this footage right near the end, which happened on my second ride out rather than the first one. I knew that the technique that I needed to do to get the bike up, which was to turn the handlebars fully away from me, and thankfully one of the really lovely marshals that are dotted around all over the place, usually at places where crashes are likely to happen, and so he came over and helped lift up the bike. So I still haven't managed to lift up my own bike.
Thank you.
That's something that I do need to practice. I'm sure at some point I will get to practice actually lifting up my bike and not having somebody there to help me pick it up.
Well, there we go, guys and girls. You knew it would happen.
So it's safe to say that I was a little bit frustrated at my just step off the bike, I suppose. It wasn't even a proper fall. Yeah, what happened? So I basically was trying to change gear, but I couldn't get my foot on the gear lever, I think. I don't know if I was trying to go up or down a gear, but I was struggling to get my foot on the gear lever regardless. Then I panicked, as you can probably tell from the footage. I panicked, put my foot on the rear brake, and I don't know if I grabbed a handful of the front brake or not. I'd have to look back at the footage again. I managed to get the rear wheel out of the rut and the front wheel in the rut still, but I was fine, the bike was fine. It literally just kind of had a little lay down on the floor. The marshals are brilliant. He was really friendly, bless him, and he immediately put a smile back on my face because he was like, it's fine, just smile, enjoy yourself, you've done well to get this far. I'm like, yeah, I have. It's been a long ass day. So yeah, I think I was probably feeling pretty knackered anyway by this point, so it was kind of bound to happen. So yeah, we'll continue on with the trail.
Good neighbours, yeah, all good. Just helping. Ready? Are you ready? Oh, okay. I'm kind of. I'm in a.
The one thing that was really nice to see in that clip was that all the bikers that were going past were either doing a little nod or stopped to check that everything was okay, which was, yeah, I don't think you find that anywhere else. I think that's why I'm proud to be a biker, because I'm around these lovely, friendly people that are the types that will stop and make sure that you're okay. This next section was actually my favourite section of the trail, that's going through a bit of woodlands. Now, before the trail, I would say that I would have struggled with this and found it difficult, but actually when I was there I really enjoyed it. The only thing with this section is it was quite dusty, so it was quite difficult to see the ruts and the tree roots.
No, neither can I, that's why I've dropped back and slowed down. This reminds me of Box Hill, where I used to ride as a kid. Yeah, not Box Hill, Leith Hill.
I found that if I hung back and gave myself a bit more distance to allow the dust to settle, it was really fun.
I've got my feet in the wrong position here. I wouldn't be able to touch the brake if I needed it.
I actually really enjoyed it. I'm sure this would be other people's worst nightmare, but that's why we're all different, I suppose.
This is where I left them started.
This was a nice easy section, though a little bit on the dusty side. So I'll take this moment to tell you a bit more about my bike. So the bike that I'm riding is a 2018 Honda CRF 250L. It has 24 brake horsepower. I specifically bought this bike because somebody had fitted a lowering link. The standard seat height is 875mm, but with the lowering link that takes it down by 50mm. So this allows me to be able to plant a foot down, basically. I can get one foot down solidly, and I can probably get toes down on each side, which is probably more of my own mindset as a novice rider off-road, is having that confidence to be able to get a foot down. I think it's more psychological than anything else. It also has bark busters, which obviously with the terrain that I'm going to be riding on, it is going to get a few bumps and scratches. This bike has already had a lay down a few times, and it probably will have many more. So thankfully they'd already been upgraded, so it's something else I didn't have to upgrade.
I don't know what gear I'm in. Well, I'm putting my brake on, I don't care, people can wait.
It also came with a bash plate. It's a robust and reliable bike, which has been proven when I've dropped it and I can just literally jump back on it, bend a few things and twist a few things back into place, and it rides no problem.
It's too warm for this shit. I'm not doing this later on in the day. I think I'm lucky because I've not got my standing position correct. I'm absolutely aching. I am. But you just get onto a bump and stuff and then have to stand up again.
So yeah, I'm really happy with Tommy K. He's serving me well. Perfect amount of power for me as a beginner off-roader.
Okay, let's slow it down, Jess. Too quick. I think that's the first time that's happened. Slow down. Yeah, I have. Yeah, that hurts as well though, holding your elbows up. Is that a tack that I'm in, or do they need to be higher than that? What? Yeah, but I was stood up at the beginning, I'm sat down now. I was in third gear, I wasn't in second gear. Thanks for that, sir. So kind. Too much power.
The trail was starting to take its toll now on me, along with the added element of the hot weather. I was starting to feel quite tired and I was ready to stop and have a drink, be that water, tea or something stronger.
Where does it go? Straight.
Yeah, my body was starting to feel it and I knew that I would definitely be feeling it the next day.
Yeah, slow down. Don't have to say stop or just slow down. Okay. Just straight over, yeah. Sorry, that was a bit abrupt. I wasn't sure which way I was going.
Back on the nice, easy, grassy section.
Come on, Jess. You can get round that at better speed than that. Yeah. Is that your bike I can hear? U-turn. Ugh. Problem when you don't know the trail. Is that you? Yeah. And then left. What? Yeah. Right. Anybody else? Nobody else? I'm knackered. How much further is this? Huh? Oh. I think I'm in. Yeah, I was in third. What? Somebody on my right? Oh. Nope. I don't enjoy this at all. I don't like having a load of people behind me, and I feel like I'm slowing everybody down. Well, do you think I'm creating like a massive chain behind me? Because if I am, then definitely.
So this is where Bo tells me to take the left one. The right is actually the easier of the two, as you can see.
What? Right, left! Really?
But Bo felt that I would be able to manage the left. Let's see how it goes. So I decided the best approach was to lean forwards, have it in second gear, look where I wanted to go, and pin it. Thankfully, I just made it up this time. You will see at the end of this video that I didn't quite manage it on the second attempt.
That could have ended extremely badly, Bo. No, I really wasn't. That wasn't controlled at all. What? Good. I hit the water. I am bloody hot. Hot, sweaty mess. this is the end? Did you say this is the end?
But as promised, here is the second attempt of the hill.
Yeah. Alright. Alright.
Just sit down, take a breath. I got it.
Huh?
I got it.
Ready? Ready? 1, 2.
Hang on, is it gear?
Yeah, it will still be in gear. Just click the kill switch. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Well, that was a good jump. Well, I've got the. I know I did. In fact, I don't know what to do.
Is it in gear?
I think so. I don't know. Can you get it? Can you get it down? Sorry. Will it not start? That got my breath. Oh, that was good for the camera at least. Learn from my mistakes. If you're a beginner, do not try and attempt to go up the hill, because it will end badly. Unfortunately, Bo didn't have his camera running, but I'm sure somebody somewhere will have my spectacular jump and amazing land on my back in front of a crowd of people somewhere.
If you're coming to the ABR next year and you're wondering if you should try the trail, I say do it. You'll learn, you'll laugh, you'll probably swear, and you might fall. But that's all part of the fun. If I can do it, trust me, so can you.